with, what was I trying to say? I'll tell you what, keeping up with YouTube is a lot harder than it seems. I mean, I knew it was going to be hard, but as like a pretty introverted person, I anticipated it being a little bit easier for me, being I don't really get out and do things that often. But I guess summertime is a little bit of a different story, and yeah, it's been rough, but we are here and we are doing our best. And so I appreciate everyone who is still here along with me for the ride. And yeah, anyway, let's get into it. I wanted to do a quick little WIP update and kind of let you know where I am with a few different things. And I'm going to be working on those probably throughout this video. So I might be jumping around a little bit with knits. I'm not really sure. Kind of just wherever the wind takes me, I suppose. But there's definitely a couple of things that like I'm pretty close to finishing or that need a little bit of attention in order to continue progressing. So that is what I will be going over. So first things first, I still have my I'm So Basic socks that I'm working on. I don't think I've gotten much further, if any further, since the last time I updated you guys. It's just kind of one of those random projects. I like to always have a sock going, and this is the one that I currently have going. This is, what was the color? Tex-Mex, I believe, by Drops Fable. So I've got a ways to go with that before I even start the next sock. But yeah, like I said, it's one of those things that I like to just kind of take to the pool or, you know, doctor's visits, things like that. Next, I have my second Magna Flora top that I'm working on. This is by Alisa Hartzel. And I'm working it in the same yarn as I did before, but a different color. So this is the Lion brand Kobu in the color Russet. And I decided on this one just to do 2 of the repeats instead of 3, and then basically just continue on with the increases to form the body and the arms. I did this just because I noticed the one that I created with the purple coloring that it is starting to drape a little low, and I'm making this as, hey, sorry, that's my cat. So yeah, I noticed it's starting to drape a little bit low, the lace work is. And so I'm making this for my friend for her birthday. It just passed over on Wednesday. Yeah, it was on Wednesday. So I was close to getting it done, but not quite. I do have to, I think just, I'm going to probably do the same thing as I did with the first Magna Flora and do 2 rows and then bind off on the sleeves. And then I have probably just a couple more rows of regular stockinette before I'm going to do the lace work at the bottom and bind off for this one. So this I should complete in this video. I don't have any reason to believe that I shouldn't. So we're going to work on that. Another one that I am working on is the olive sleeveless shirt, which is also a gift knit for my best friend in Dallas. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and I accidentally did like 2 rows where I did the purl. I'm not sure how easy you can see that, but I did 2 of these purl stitches here, and it should have been only 1 row of purl stitch. So basically I have to go through while I knit and pick those ones up with my little crochet hook and turn them into knit stitches. And I have to do that for about half the body length left before I get back to my regular knitting with this one. I've made a decent amount of progress given this is starting at the body and has quite a bit of positive ease. So yeah, I'm almost done with the first ball, and I got, I don't know, 2.5 inches done. So yeah, we just got to fix that one up a little bit before we can continue on. So I'm sure I'll get at least that much done in this video. I certainly don't think that I will finish this knit at all. But yeah, so that's a little project. And then lastly, I have my Sadie top by Woozy by Céline. I decided I was going to cut the body a little short. A lot of the projects on Ravelry show the arms kind of coming all the way down to like the mid body. And I didn't necessarily love that. And given this is alpaca and it's likely going to stretch quite a bit anyways, I really didn't want to risk that. So I did cut the body quite a bit shorter than it suggested. I haven't yet tried it on, but I pretty much just split for sleeves. So I think I've done like 2 rows. I don't know if you can, yeah. But I do love this fabric. It's got that gold shimmer in it. Maybe you can see a little bit better with the sunlight kind of hitting it. So that one is just something to continue working on. It's going to be body stockinette for right now, and then before I, get to the sleeves. So I think I'm on my second ball of the baby alpaca. Is that what it's called? Baby alpaca? Alpaca silk. And I think I only have 3, so I may need to order another ball. We shall see. It could end up being rather cropped body and then have long sleeves. I definitely want the long sleeves, but I think I would be willing to have a cropped body depending on how much yarn I have. So we will see. But I think that the coloring should be decently consistent, and it's drapey enough that I don't think I would mind. The other thing I had in mind is I have the rust colored yarn, the same kind of yarn, but in a rust color. And I was thinking that depending on where I get in the body with this ball, I could potentially do a hem with the rust color and then either hem on the sleeves or do the sleeves completely like in that rust color. Because I think that could be really cute. I do think that they would match, it would match nicely with this. So that's an option. And I'm just going to kind of see where I get with this before I make any decisions. So with that little update, I am going to continue knitting on my friend's Magna Flora top, and I'll probably throw some YouTube or something on TV. I'm running out of shows to watch at the moment. I'm sure there's lots of shows that I could watch, but yeah, I'm all caught up on Love Island US. I watched the America's Sweethearts documentary, docuseries on Netflix. I watched a couple of other docuseries on there as well. I want to start the Love Island UK season, the most recent one, but I have to see like how far along it is, because I noticed when I'm watching the UK and the US simultaneously, I end up finding myself like disinterested by the end. And so I almost never fully complete the series. So it's like I'll usually get to like right before they do the final dates. And I think part of that is just because at that point it's mostly boring stuff going on. They've already got their couples in place, and so it's just kind of okay at this point. I can just get the updates online of like who wins and that kind of thing. And but then again, like I remember like previous seasons where those final dates were just so like sweet and I was like in tears. So I don't know. Maybe I should. But I think if I wait a little while until I'm closer to being finished with the US season, then I might be more not captivated, but like more connected, I guess, with the UK season instead of going back and forth. So yeah, that's the plan. And let's get knitting. The point of an overhead light is to be useful, like utilitarian, and if you can be beautiful. And we have achieved both of those things now. I am thrilled. It's just this kind of black. Okay, so I finished the body of this shirt, woven the ends. I like to do that as I go so that I don't have the pain of doing it like all at the end, although I didn't do it here on this neckline yet. But anyway, it feels so short, but I know that she has a shorter torso than I do, so I think it'll fit her. But it just, and it fits me as well. So we have similar sizing, but she definitely has a shorter torso. Anyway, so yeah, so that part is complete, and I just now have to do the arms. But I've been wanting to tackle the tank top, and so I'm now working on fixing the stitches on this tank top. And Adam, I'm going crazy right now. But I have this much left, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's driving me insane. So anyway, I'm just trying to get that done because I'm probably going to go hang out at the pool today. And so I would like to be able to knit on this and not think too hard or not have to like do the corrections. So we'll see. But at the same time, I'm kind of hesitant to knit on it at the pool because that's where I made the mistake in the first place, because I was too busy yapping to my friend. So we will see. Maybe I won't do that. Set myself up for failure. But yep, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to continue working on fixing this right now and watching some YouTube. Hannah Lee Duggan. She's a cutie patootie. Really love her. And then, yeah, going to go to the pool a little later. So that should be fun. Okay, final few. This has taken me many, many minutes. I mean, just this part alone anyways that I had to redo since I started with the camera on. I think it's taken me 40 minutes. And I had about half of that I had to do previously. It's just so fiddly because it's like 2 out of every 3 stitches I have to fix, and so I'm going back and forth. And anywho, last couple, so I'm very excited about that. Then I get to just move forward. Very last one. Oh my gosh. Felt like this was gonna like never end. This is one of those mistakes that probably last year I would have just left it and not fixed. Yay! Oh, this is so nice. I get to just move on now. Yay! Okay. Well, I just really wanted to get that fixed. And yeah, I've got to get Miss Bela out for a walk and then get ready to go to the pool. This is genuinely like the 6th time I have tried to film this. And it's literally only like 2 minutes long. But the first time my microphone died on me, and then the clouds were, coming in and out, and then my other microphone died on me. So I'm hoping that this one stays charged long enough to just get this out. I got back from the pool a little bit ago, and I decided that I was going to continue watching the docuseries that I started last night called Our Father. It's really quite interesting. It's like this doctor who was helping women who were having infertility issues, and he actually ended up inseminating them with his own stuff when he was supposed to be doing it with other donors, like he said. And so all of these children are growing up and doing the 23andMe and Ancestry and realizing that they have, at this point, there's like upwards of 40 siblings. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous if there's going to be an incest story. But we shall see. I'm hopeful that's not the case, but it could be. Anyways, with all that said, I wanted to have kind of like a mindless knit going on. So I decided to pull out the Sadie top, and I just wanted to try it on real quick before I started knitting on it, just to make sure that the sleeves did in fact have like enough room, which they definitely do. So I am really happy with the decision to split for sleeves and start the body earlier than the pattern suggested. I think it was the right call for this particular yarn. And I don't remember if my row gauge was different or not. But regardless, yeah, I'm happy with my decision. I don't know that I would have necessarily made that decision with a different type of yarn, but with this one, I think it was the right call. So yeah, I'm just gonna knit on this for a while and get the body going and watch the docuseries. And then in a few hours, Love Island, the new episode will be on. So I'm excited to watch that. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do is just knit on the Sadie top for a little while. I did get a little bit done with the olive sleeveless shirt while I was at the pool, but not a whole lot. I'm just really happy to have those stitches fixed because that was kind of keeping me from wanting to knit it for a while. So yeah, now that that's done, I think I'll probably knit on that a little bit more. It's one that I like to take to the pool too because the yarn is it feels more enjoyable to knit on in the heat than other yarns. So right now that seems to be my pool project. But anywho, I am gonna get knitting and start watching my show. And thankfully, I think this finally worked. Oh my gosh, it was like not meant to be or something, but we managed. So I just got done with work and I'm going to be going bowling here in about 50 minutes. So I just wanted to check in real quick, show you the progress on the Sadie top, and I'll probably sit here and knit on it for a little bit longer. I haven't, oopsies. Yeah, I'll probably sit here and knit on it for a little bit longer. I didn't make a whole lot of progress. I ended up eating dinner and getting kind of sidetracked, I guess. so anyway, here is the progress. I just knit about, I don't know, 3 inches. Oh, not even, like 2 inches maybe. So minimal, but you know, the body started, so yeah. I don't know. Is it looking better now that I have makeup on? Kind of like matches my hair color. Maybe too closely. I don't know. Woo, it's hot in here. I need to turn the air conditioning on or something. But yeah, so I'm going to knit on this for a little while before I head over to bowling and see how far I get, I guess. So the Magna Flora top is completed. I just bound off and wove in my ends. So I can now give this to my friend for her belated birthday gift. The yarn got caught on my belly button ring and pulled But thankfully, I was able to pull it back into place. I don't think I can tell where that was. Oh, it was right here. So, but yeah, not very obvious. Anyhow, that is completed. And I made some progress on the Sadie top as well. I don't remember the last update, but I have completed the second ball of yarn. So I knit about like 4.5, probably 4.5 inches on the body. So my dilemma at this point is that I only have 3 balls of this color yarn. So I have a hard time believing that that will cover the 2 sleeves and probably another 2 to 3 inches on the body. Probably ideally 3. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm kind of just thinking what I'm going to do is start knitting one of the sleeves. And when I get to close to the end of that sleeve, see how much yarn I have left, because I may do this rust color at the cuffs and at the hem of the body instead, if I don't have enough yarn with the 1 ball I have left. I really don't know that I love that though. So I may just choose to purchase another ball of yarn. But if I do that, then I'm going to have to get other yarn because that's not worthwhile to ship overseas for 1 ball. So I don't know what I'm going to do. But at the moment, I'm going to just put this one on hold and work on the olive sleeveless shirt instead. So that's the plan. I'm watching the documentary Wild Wild Country right now. I know it's been out for a while, but I haven't seen it. So I think there was another like a faux documentary that was based on this though, because it all seems very familiar. Or maybe I have seen this. I don't know. Anywho, I'm gonna knit on the olive sleeveless shirt for a while and continue watching the documentary. So I didn't have enough of the tan color to complete the sweater in. And so I knew that I had this rust color. So I was going to basically end up doing the rust color on the bottom and then also like at the ends of the sleeve as well. And then as I was putting some of my yarn away, I had noticed that I still had some of the brown left over from my mom's sweater. So this brown. And I think I like that better. So I think I'm going to go ahead and rip out the rust color and replace it with the brown. It just feels more fluid and cohesive. So yeah, that's annoying, but it's okay. I'd rather it end up being something that I am really excited about than feeling like so-so. So yeah, I'm going to rip that out now and then start knitting the brown. I have probably about 2 more grams worth of the tan to get a little bit further on this sleeve, and then I should be able to get just as far on this sleeve with the remainder of it. And then, yeah, because I'm trying not to have it be too long of a chunk of brown, but we'll see. I'm just going to go as far as I can with the tan before I transition, but I think the brown will look a lot better with this. So, but I am liking it. I was okay with the rust, but I think I'm going to enjoy the brown better. So anyway, that's the plan. I just wanted to update you. You probably saw that I ripped out the olive sleeveless shirt. Basically what happened with that was it ended up being like almost 27 inches in width, and it should have been ideally like 22, 23. So I ripped that back and I started over again. I think I decreased by, what was it? 18 stitches on both halves. So in total, 36 stitches decreased. Like when I cast on, I did 36 less stitches is what I'm saying. And so hopefully that will work out to be the right size. So far my measurements seem about right, but they also seemed about right last time. So we will see. Right now it's feeling small, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I have it on a smaller cord. So yeah, anyway, that's where I am with this one. But hopefully with it being less stitches, I'll get it done a lot quicker. So that's the update there. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch out the rust for the brown now. Okay, I have undone all of the rest and picked up my stitches. That was a pain in the butt with the brushed alpaca and that tinsel thread, but I managed, so we're gonna get started on the brown. Yeah. Where did I put the brown? Where did I put it? It's in my lap. Okay. All right. Hopefully this turns out to be a better color. If not, then I suppose I'll be ordering more of the tan color. I think this will work out nicely though. I wasn't upset with the rest, but I think this one will look just a bit more cohesive of a transition. So I'll show you guys once I get a little bit into it, and I guess we'll make a decision from there. Okay, so I've done a bit of the brown, and I'm definitely much happier with that. I feel like it's a lot more cohesive, and it just matches a little bit better, I guess. So, see. So here's how it's looking. I think I might go ahead and put the stitches on hold and pick up the arm. I would like to see how far I can actually get with the remaining tan before I start the brown. And depending on how much brown I have on the arms, then I might, then I might, then I'll pick up the stitches, sorry, along the hem of the body. And I want to try to match the length. So ideally, however many inches of the dark brown I do on the sleeves, I'll be able to do on the body. I don't want it to get too long, and I have a feeling that the brown will go quite a bit further on the arms, but we'll see. In my ideal world, they are about the exact same length. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do is go ahead and put these on hold and then pick up again for the arm and see how far we get. So I finished the sleeves on my Sadie top, which I really, really like. I think they turned out really cute and a perfect amount of length in the brown. So now I just need to mimic it on the body and finish up. So I think I'm going to try to finish that tonight, and I'll probably try it on for you guys and then maybe get to blocking, but I don't think I'll be showing the finished blocked project in this video. So yeah, I just wanted to at least get it completed and show it to you on. And then I'll probably do like a quick little short video or something, both on YouTube and TikTok, just showing the blocked versus unblocked version. So I'm really, really hoping that when I do the wet block, it doesn't stretch out too much because I have not done a wet block on alpaca yet. So that will be a new experience. I do anticipate it growing, which is why I left, I think I left probably like 4 inches. Like I would be happy with 4 inches of growth in the sleeves, I would say. I think it comes to about here. So if it did get down to like my knuckles, I'd be totally happy with that. So yeah, we'll see. And then hopefully the body doesn't get too long. I don't anticipate it'll get too long. I think the whole thing will turn out perfect. I am manifesting perfection. So anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna knit on this and I'll check in with you guys in a little while. Okay, I think that I am ready to do the non-rolling edge on the hem of the body and then go ahead and bind off. So it's a little bit shorter at the moment than I want it to be, and I'm really hoping that a wet block is going to bring it down a little bit, but not too much. I'm a little hesitant, but I think it'll work out fine. I think it'll work out fine. But I definitely want it a little bit longer than it is now. So I guess I will go ahead and measure like the length from the underarm to the edge of the arm and see, and like when and then after I wet block it, just kind of make sure to stretch it out just as far as I want it to go and not any further. And hopefully that will help and avoid any issues. But yeah, I think she's pretty cute. So I'm excited to finish her up and see what she ends up looking like. Okay, I actually was way too eager to block this. So I ended up blocking it last night and it dried like really quickly overnight. So I still have to weave in the ends, but it did grow about, I think like an inch and a half with the sleeves and also the body. So I'd say it's pretty gosh darn perfect. I love it. I'm so happy. And then it will probably still grow a little bit over time. So that will be fine because I still have like a couple more inches until it hits my knuckles, and I would be okay with that as well. So, yeah. Ah, I love her. She's so cute. And the arms aren't like too far down, where I think like a lot of the projects that I'd seen on Ravelry, the arm kind of started like here. So it was a really, really wide space in the arms, and I didn't really want that. So that's why I ended up doing less decreases in the raglan increases and in the body increases. And unfortunately, I do not remember how many I decided to um, withhold, skip. Unfortunately, I don't remember how many rounds I decided to skip. I want to say it was somewhere between 6 to 8 rows. There were like a couple of repeats of 2 rows in the raglan increases, and then I think a couple of repeats of 2 rows in the body increases, something like that. So anyhow, however many sets of those, I decided to skip. I want to say maybe 2 on each of those or something along those lines. Anyways, so but yeah, this is the final outcome. I'm really happy, and I'm glad I was able to show you um, in the end of this video. I do obviously still have to weave in the ends. I'm going to do that today, but I just wanted to show you because I'm not going to get to that before I edit this video. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Mer. I mean, you can shake, but don't go outside. I just sat down to start filming. Can you at least give me like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes or something? Thank you. Oh my gosh, you too. Literally. Y'all are crazy. Okay, get cozy.